paying and staying. According to a new report, the Mexican government is helping low-income illegals stave off deportation from the U.S. by paying for applications to the Obama administration's deferment program. To Sheriff Paul Babiu, who says Mexico should be using its cash to keep illegal immigrants from crossing the border. Sheriff, why is Mexico paying for lawyers to keep illegals in America? Now, why is it doing that?
It makes good sense for them financially because of all the money that is earned here, of course, in the United States, gets funneled back down into Mexico, and it buttresses up their economy. You know, clearly, if they were actual partners with the United States, they would say, well, of course, bring all these illegals back and we'll take them. But that's not the case. They're actually funding their defense, their legal defense, to fight deportation so they could stay here in the United States. This is unacceptable.
Now, Sheriff, your jurisdiction is very close to the actual border. Do you see anything on the other side of that border which implies Mexico is trying to stop people going through the fence across the Rio Grande? You're laughing, but are they doing anything?
Yes. Next to nothing. And this is where they've not only been complicit, they've been supporting this over years. And it's actually sickening to see the response from our own government here in the United States, because I and other law enforcement officers are charged to enforce the laws that lawmakers pass. The president is supposed to carry out the laws that lawmakers pass, and yet he undermines the rule of law when it comes to this. It's almost like there is no law when it comes to immigration.
Do you think that both governments, I mean, the Mexican government is paying for lawyers to keep illegals here, is our government complicit in that by not doing anything about Mexico's payments to lawyers and not doing anything about the law? I mean, are they working hand in glove to maximize the number of Mexicans live in America legally or illegally?
It would appear so, not just to me. I think the average Americans, when the law applies for you and I, but when it comes to people from foreign countries, it appears that it doesn't apply. When we can take 90,000 unaccompanied juveniles and just allow them to stay here and don't term it as a law enforcement matter, but as a health and human services matter, as a refugee matter, all we do is send a message to Central American countries and to Mexico that if you make it to the border, you're home free. That's the wrong message to send, because guess what? We're paying for it, and it further undermines the immigration laws. And this is where I've called upon Congress to stand up and confront this president and force him to do his job, force him to enforce the law.
Sheriff Paul Babiu, sorry we're out of time. Sheriff, we appreciate you being with us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Stuart.
Okay.